Yo, what is up guys? It is Harpoon here, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be showing you guys the stages of a USAF basic military training so you're prepared and can practice beforehand. If you have no idea what I just said, I'll sum USAF up in this paragraph. To make this video as easy as possible to follow, I'll be a private like any new member would. I'll first tell you the rules and some tips, then how to know if there is a basic military training, when and how to join that basic military training, and each stage of the training. Alright, let's jump into it. Alright, here's some rules and tips. You can only be promoted once per day, so don't bother attending another training if you were already promoted that day. You will waste your time and your trainer's time. There's a much easier way to be promoted from private to private first class than attending an hour-long BMT. You can go to the promotional obby, which can be found in the USAF's games page. All you need to do is make it to the end and bam, private first class. It can take up to a day for you to be promoted after a training, so if you do pass one, and don't freak out if your rank does not change in an hour. If it's more than a day since you've passed, message your trainer on Discord and he should be able to work it out. So all you need to do to find out if there is a training going on is go to your events, go to the events channel under the information category in the USAF Discord. Right now there's a BMT being hosted. Right now it's 150 and that was 148. So I'm gonna rush to attend this, and you can see the details here. So it is a BMT, a basic military training, private to private first class. I'm going to go on a different account that is private, so I can attend this. PFCs must remove their packages and t-shirts unless religious. Just pay attention to all the details so you know that you can attend it, or cannot. And if you want to find an updated Discord code, all you need to do is go to the USAF group page, and there should be an updated one right here in the group description. So I'm in West Point Academy. This is what this is where you will spawn when you join. You will be either a private or private first class, because that's the ranks you need to be to attend a BMT. And oh dear, some guy just got destroyed. Oh, those are the turrets, okay. So you will make your way over to this big building behind the Fort Hood sign, and you will put on your uniform. And this is the uniform room right here. It is the first, it is down the hallway. When you enter the big building, the hallway will be on your left, and this will be the first room. So in this version of the game, all it takes is a click and you get your full uniform. It replaces your hair and you get your hats, your shirt, and your pants. And the hairs are optional. I'm just gonna go with blonde. And you will make your way over to the parade deck where the BMT is being held currently. So when you get here, if there's a BMT that is not locked, you can actually just go ahead and walk up to these red pads, and you can just make sure you're settled on one. Go to the next available one. Don't go just randomly, like if there's an open spot right here, don't just randomly go to this one. Go to the next one over. So this guy's actually doing it wrong. He should be over here. So it goes like, it's hard to explain, but it goes just from left to right each line like that. So this is a good line right now, or a good 2 lines. So while I'm waiting for this training to start, I will show you what the availability means. So when a training is announced, it will have locking in 10 minutes, or it should. And after those 10 minutes, it will change to locked. When it is not locked, you can fall in, so that means you can stand right here, and you can just run over here and fall in. But if it is locked, it should say locked like this. If it is locked and you try to fall into the training, you will be shot and killed, so just pay attention to that before you fall into a training. Any training, really. But right now this one is not locked, so anyone can fall in, but it will be locked soon. So when the training is locked, you should get a message in-game, and you can just press OK. And if I head on over to the Discord, it should be updated, and yes, it says locked. So no one can fall into this training, because they will be shot if they try. Finally, on to the stages. I will show an example of what you need to do for each stage so you are one step ahead of the other trainees. After the BMT is announced, the first 10 minutes is just waiting for the trainees to line up. Just stay silent here, there's no need to talk. After the BMT is locked, the trainer will introduce him or herself and lay down some rules. Then you will move on to faces. Faces are just commands that will make you turn a certain direction. I will show you each face and its name. Okay, so here I am in this little game I made. Let's just say this is my trainer, and this is the red pad you would be standing on. So he's going to be giving me faces, and I will type those in chat. But the first thing you want to do before you do faces is go into settings by pressing escape, and then just clicking on settings. And turn your shift lock switch on, like so. And so what this does is it gives you an over-the-shoulder view of your character, so you can, and it also, wherever you move your mouse, your character will face that direction. So that's what it changes. It's just like being in first person, except you can see more. So in first person, you can move your mouse around, your character is going to follow that and turn or face whatever direction your little pointer's in. So it's just like first person, except you can see more of your character. And it's useful for faces because you can see if you're in the right position or not. So before we do any faces, I want to get one thing out of the way. Grammar and spelling always counts in face commands. So if a trainer gives you something like that, you're obviously not going to follow that, but the correct way to do it is it's like this. So a good template is the face command, and then face. So inside the brackets would be left or right or about face. So just make sure it looks something like this. Not exactly left face, like not exactly like this, but make sure it has the face here, a certain the direction, and then face and the exclamation mark and the comma. It's hard to explain, but hopefully you understand that. Alright, so moving on to the actual faces, I'm going to start off with left face. So a left face is a 90-degree turn to the left. So I will type it in chat, left face, and I will turn this way and activate shift lock, and my character should do a clean turn to the left by 90 degrees. And next would be right face. So I would turn right face this way. So right face is a 90-degree turn to the right. I just press shift lock. My character does another clean turn. So we're right back where we started. So that's left and right face. Next is about face. So an about face is a 180-degree turn. There's no directions, as you're just going in, like, you're just turning the other way pretty much. So about face, I would move my camera like this. So I'd be facing, so I'd see my character's face, and I'd press shift lock, and I'd do a clean turn once again, and I'd face the other way. So 180 degrees is just like a half circle pretty much. And then next is, let's do center face. So a center face is, it's wherever your trainer is when he gives you this command, you want to turn and face him. So if I was facing, I'm facing away from my trainer right now. But if he called center face, if this guy called center face right here, then I would turn to face him. If he was on this side and he said center face, here I'll go over here to demonstrate. If I was looking this way and my trainer was on this side of me and he said center face, then I would turn and I would look and face him. So always look on the side where your trainer is when he calls center face. And next is control face. So control face is a little bit hard to explain with only one person here. So control face is when you stay in your position, you don't move, but your character faces here. So this is my trainer. If he called for a control face, what he would do would be would walk around me like in a circle or just left or right, and I would follow him with my body. So if he walked over here, I would keep following him. If he walked the other way, I would just follow him. If he did circles, I would keep following him with my my body, not walking, but I would face him wherever he goes until he calls for a center face. And center face is the only command that can break control face. So if you walk back over here and he stood right there, and he called a center face, then I would face the side that he is on, and if he kept moving, I would not follow him anymore because the control face was broken by center face. And center face is the only command that can break control face. Do not forget that. If I was in a control face and I was doing like a little circle, following my trainer, if he said left face, you would do nothing. You would just keep following your trainer with your mouse or with your character until he said control face. You would just completely ignore any other commands except center face when you're in a control face. And lastly, we have left and right incline. So a left incline is a 45-degree turn to the left. So you're pretty much on an angle. I don't have any compasses here in game to help me be exactly in the middle of, or exactly get 45 degrees, but this is what you should look like, kind of. So it's on an angle, it's just a 45-degree turn. So that's all a left incline is, and then a right incline would just be the opposite. Right incline, you would go back to your original position because that would be 45 degrees. If I set it here, I would face on an angle on the right, so 45 degrees to the right, like that. And center face, and I would turn back here. So, just in case you didn't understand anything, I'll do a quick, like, round of me just saying faces, and I will follow those faces. You'll see.
Smile. One day soon it'll be all worthwhile. Touring every country, every city, every state. Gotta get it right now, no time to hesitate. We just living a dream, just a couple of fiends. Steven Spielberg, the way I'm hitting the scene. Headed for the top, yeah, whatever that means. Do it cause you love it, that's what happiness means. Cause when people mess up, they're like, man, I hate this. But mistakes really builds up greatness. Tito sending me beats like bake this. Dreaming high up, feeling so weightless. For now, let all the music vibe. Got the best.
And that should be it for faces. I hope that's part of the video helped you if you're having any troubles, and now that you know all the faces, you should be one step ahead of the trainees in that part of the training. So moving on, so since the video is getting pretty long, I will try to go through everything else as quick as possible. So now on to the marching commands. The first marching command that you will hear and learn is SFL on me. It will look like this in chat. And so what this means, like what it stands for, is single file line on me. So when you hear this command, don't do anything. The only reason it's the trainer says it is because they want you to know that you're about to do a march. So get ready, but don't do anything yet. When you actually, when the trainer says march, then you actually want to walk over. So let's say this is you and a bunch of trainees lined up. When you hear march, then you're going to walk over and you're going to get into a single file line behind your trainer. Let's just say I'm your trainer. You would all line up behind me. And make equal spaces. Don't neck sniff. Make it nice and clean. And make your trainer happy. And then once everything is all good and settled, you will hear prepare, or you will see prepare, forward, and march. And those are the 3 commands that will actually make you go, I guess. So after you hear these, after the trainer finishes saying these 3 commands, he will start to move, and you are to follow him, and wherever he goes, you go. So he'll just lead you around the map, and eventually he will take you inside the main building. And after that, that would be classrooms. So just keep following him until he stands still and says halt. And when he says halt, you'll keep making your way up to him, but when you get to him, you will stop. And if he moves again, since he didn't say those 3 commands, prepare, forward, march, you will not move. So if everyone was lined up here and I started moving, they should not be following after me. They should just be staying right here because I said halt. So it's kind of hard to explain without multiple people, but hopefully you understood that a little bit. So the next stage of the training is probably the most boring, but the most important. So pay attention here. What it is when you get into your marching, when you get into your SFL thing, you'll be led to one of these 2 classrooms. You will all be told to sit, and your trainer will stand up front. So I can't really tell you what happens here because every trainer does it differently. Basically, they just tell you about the rules of USAF, the divisions, and ranks. So just sit here. All you have to do is sit and pay attention. It's the easiest, the most boring, but it is the most important. So if you do want to be like the best trainee or best private first class ever, get Notepad open on your computer and write all the stuff down that your trainer tells you, because it is it's really important. When I was a private and I attended a BMT, I didn't learn, or I didn't pay attention that well to the classroom part, and that kind of screwed me over until I just watched a training, another BMT, and I wrote it down. Anyway, just pay attention here. That's all it is. And the next stage we will go over once I make it over to the obby. So after you are after the classroom part, you will be led to this oval looking obby kind of, and I will show you. I will just do it myself, and so you can see what I do to get past it. I've done this obby many times. Please, gun down. Sure, what? Okay. So, I can just show you how I do it, and... Please, just stop! Oh my... Alright, screw it. So, to do these, tire things, you do it, like, side to side, or, like... I don't know, just do what I do. It's like that, and that's how you do them. You can't do it in a straight line or you will be shot. And then for these, just use shift lock and go... do that pretty much. And for these, just go sideways, keep using shift lock, just time it right, and just run up this. And the rope may get you a few times, it's a bit glitchy, but just try to stay in the middle. I usually jump on it just so I don't fall off. And this, you just gotta balance on it. And this is also a balancing thing. You can just jump up, skip the ladder, and then just run up. And you can press shift to sprint. I haven't seen any trainers say anything against sprinting, so if they don't say anything about sprinting, then just use it because it helps you a lot. So for these, you jump on top of them, or you're supposed to in a BMT. I just use shift lock. I use shift lock for pretty much everything here. Oh, whoops. Use sprint, jump down like that, just jump over this, like that, and then just climb up this, and you go here. Or you get to the red. And that's the end of the oval lobby. So if you do get, if you do fall off like this thing or that thing, or just fall on the dirt when you're doing an obstacle, then just go back to the start of that obstacle and do it again. Don't cheat because you'll actually get wrecked by the trainer. That's it for the oval lobby pretty much. Just do what I did. I feel too, buddy. I feel that too. Yeah. Next is either the shooting range or the 1v1 area. So in order to do the 1v1 area, you have to have an equal amount or an even amount of trainees. Why are you wearing the space? Yes, die, McMahon711. God, these trainees are getting more and more idiotic every day. So, you have to have an even number of trainees for the shooting range, and an odd for the, an even number of trainees for the 1v1 area, and an odd number for the shooting range. I'll show you the shooting range first. So, so if you have an odd number of trainees, you'll be taken to the shooting range, and you will stand on one of these wood things, and your trainer will give you an M9, or one of the guns with, admin commands, and you will just, I think when he says go, you will just shoot, these little white things. I'm terrible in first person, my bad. Just shoot at the targets. It doesn't really do anything. I don't know why this is even part of the training, but it is, and I have to show you it. So that's all the shooting ranges. If you try to shoot anyone or assassinate anyone with your weapon other than just shooting at the targets, then you will get your weapon taken away and you will be arrested. So don't be an idiot with your gun. Moving on. So this is the 1v1 area. It's just on the right when you come in. It's these little boxes here. Some trainers do 2v2s or 3v3s along with 1v1s. I just do 1v1s. But if you are taken here, eventually you will get a gun, and so will another trainee, and you will line up here, or the other one of the line up on one of the things, and you will be against one of your fellow trainees with whatever gun, and you will just 1v1 pretty much. So shift to sprints, that'll make you harder to hit. When you get your gun, I suggest hold on. When you get your gun, I suggest reloading because it'll give you an extra bullet in the chamber, and just destroy your trainee or sparring partner pretty much, and you're cool. Yeah. And once you're done with either the shooting range or the 1v1 area, you will be taken back to your podium on the parade deck, and that's where you'll where the trainees will be promoted. And if you passed, well, please leave a like on the video because it took a very long time to make this, and I don't know why. It should have been pretty simple, but I went above and beyond to make it as easy to follow as possible, but it's also very long, so I apologize if it wasn't the most shortest video. I just had to make it very specific for some noobs. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to do more guide to success videos in USAF, or I hope to. And this guy's stupid and he will die. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye.